Good morning, and thank you for joining us for Focus on South Texas. There are a few days left to see a family-friendly Christmas classic live. The Magik Theatre's A Charlie Brown Christmas is going on now until December 24th. And here to tell us more about the performance and the Believe in Magic campaign is board member Pam Bramble and director Angie Hernandez. Welcome to the show, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, Pam and Angie, if you would tell us about your adaptation of the beloved cartoon classic, A Charlie Brown Christmas, definitely a traditional classic. So tell us about what audiences can expect.
Well, we have the classic written by Charles Schulz featuring the original music from Vince Guaraldi. It's basically the childhood classic movie on stage. So there's a lot of visual elements that we tie in. Everybody who's seen the animated classic can get to witness it on stage live with performers, featuring local performers from all around San Antonio and local areas.
And I'm sure it's so nostalgic for people when they actually see the performance, because I'm sure it takes them back, you know, and a lot of people, it takes them back to their own childhood, right?
Definitely. Like it was a childhood classic for my family. We watch it every year. For some of the cast, this was their first time seeing it. So we made sure to incorporate that into our first rehearsal, watch it all together so we can really understand what the nostalgia is and what the story is all about.
I love it. And some people, they even put up their Charlie Brown Christmas trees every year. Those are still very popular. Yes. I have friends that actually do not the traditional Christmas tree, but the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, and they love it. I understand there is a winter mini camp for children inspired by the show. So what do families need to know to take part in that mini winter camp?
Awesome. So yes, our winter camp is going to be December 23rd and 24th at the Magik Theatre. You can check out our website for all of the details, but it's basically featuring Charlie Brown and the characters that you know from the Peanuts gang, and it's going to be for ages first grade to 5th grade.
Wow. So definitely, you know, a lot of kiddos are going to be on their school winter break, and what can I do? Well, the parents can sign them up for that mini camp. I love that. And Pam, I hear there is something special about this performance. Tell us about what will happen to the Magik Theatre in 2026.
Yes, this will be our last performance for a few months. We're going to be temporarily closed because we're doing some much needed renovations to the theater. So A Charlie Brown Christmas will run through the 24th of December. And then beginning in January and through the spring, we'll be popping up around town in different venues. You can check out our website or our socials to see where we will be. But these renovations are some things that have been needing to happen for quite some time. We're going to make the front entrance more accessible. We've got all new custom seating in the theater, a new HVAC system. And if you've ever sat in our balcony in the summer, you will know why we need that. We're overall just going to make it safer and more accessible for all children, and spruce things up with what's going on downtown and in Hemisphere. So we're looking forward to that. But it's a temporary closure. We'll be still performing all around town until we open back up.
I love it because, you know, the shows must go on,
Absolutely.
right? The
Yes.
shows must go on, but I'm sure you guys are also just so excited about these renovations. Like you said, a long time coming.
Yes.
And before you know it, they're probably going to be, you know, all done as well.
Yes,
right?
that's what we're hoping for. Absolutely. Yes.
And Angie, you know, speaking of the show must go on, how can educators take part in the Magik Theatre during this upcoming year?
So we have our beloved Dragons Love Tacos coming back to stages all around San Antonio. So we'll be popping up in a couple of venues. You can check out our website for those specific dates and those specific venues. And then we also have our digital resource guides that has the teaks-based learning that is associated with each show. So you can look that up on the website and see what else you can do with the story Dragons Love Tacos, how we can interact with these characters beyond the stage and the book.
And, you know, Pam and Andrew, the construction along South Alamo Street has impacted the area, you know?
Yes.
I mean, it kind of seems like at one point or another, the whole city is kind of under construction at some point.
Yes.
But what is the Believe in Magic campaign, and how has that helped keep the theater going, and how can viewers support this campaign?
Well, Believe in Magic the campaign started back in July because we were looking at about a $300,000 deficit due to the construction that just won't end on South Alamo. It impacted ticket sales, it impacted field trips, and so we started this campaign in July with the goal of raising $300,000 by year end. And I'm happy to say, with the amazing support from this community, we're at $275,000. But we've still got $25,000 left to go, and the campaign goes on through the end of December. And we're just asking for the community to continue to support us so that we can meet that goal and continue to bring live theater to San Antonio and to keep doing the good that we've done for 31 years now. There's several ways that people can help us. They can buy tickets to Charlie Brown. They can bring their grands, their kids, their nieces, or nephews, make it a really fun day downtown and buy tickets to come and see it. You can sign up for the winter camps that Angie talked about, or you can go to our website, magictheatre.org, and make a donation to help us reach that goal.
Why is it so important for people to donate to this campaign?
We are the only children's theater that serves South Central Texas, and the work that we do is incredibly important. I mean, our goal as a theater is to have theatrical performances that inspire creativity and imagination and empathy in children. And in this digital world that we live in, it's important for people to have that connection. So many of the arts and education are being cut these days, and what we're doing is really important. And I always say that if you want to have a better generation of more caring people, it starts with kids, and we believe the work we do at Magik helps that happen.
And you know, and like you said, it kind of makes everything special for the entire family.
Yes.
You know, and this is kind of, you know, a generational, you know, let's keep this going.
Exactly.
For our children and our children's children.
Exactly.
Right?
The first time I went to Magik was almost 28 years ago, and I took my son, and it was when it was on Commerce, and we watched The Grinch, and we sat on the floor. And since then, we've got 4 older granddaughters that have now aged out. We used to take them every year at Christmas, and now I've got littles. The 3- and 5-year-old went for their first performance of Little Red Riding Hood. They have not stopped talking about it. It's a great thing to take kids to, and my favorite thing is to go in during an actual field trip performance, sneak into the theater and watch 200, 300 kids watch the live theater. Some of them have never seen it before, and to watch their faces and the way they get into it, the way they clap and yell and interact with the characters, it's amazing. It's great. You can just see their imagination come to life when they do it.
Yeah, and then they want to just keep coming back.
Exactly.
And before we wrap up, just let's go ahead and give that information again for people that want to donate or that are interested in buying tickets to the show. What do they do? Where do they go?
You can follow us on socials, Magik Theatre, MAGIK, and then go to our website, magictheatre.org. And don't be afraid to come down with the construction. We've got all sorts of things on our website that say know before you go, that tell you exactly where to park. You can make it a day and come through the park at Hemisphere. It's a great time for kids, and there are ways to get there, and our website will give you all the details.
I love it. Don't let the construction
don't.
distract you. Yes, they have it covered, so
Exactly.
don't worry. Well, Pam and Angie, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.